Pugilism Company, home of the three-piece combos. This is Reed, Black Bert Sugar. So we got the Straight Outta Brooklyn doubleheader coming up this Saturday, April 28th, from Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, televised by HBO. Card features Daniel Miracle Man Jacobs against Maciek Sulecki from Poland. We also got Gerald Big Baby Miller versus Johan Duhaupas. Quality card, nothing earth-shattering. Should be an entertaining night of fights. Jacobs and Big Baby, two of the more likable fighters you'll ever meet. Of course, Jacobs, cancer survivor. That experience still very much sticks with him to this day. In almost every interview, he references it in some way. And why shouldn't he? I learned from an interview that he's the first cancer survivor to win a world title. So Miracle Man is definitely a fitting name. If you get a chance, check out, it's called Chasing Greatness with Andre Ward. He interviews Jacobs. He sits down with him. They have some heart-to-heart, man-to-man conversation. I could always tell Jacobs was a good dude, and he speaks at length of how he's conscious of his situation and impact. He's a thought-provoking dude, kind of similar to Ward. You know, they're very image-conscious. They want to project positivity. They don't want to do the same old, the jewelry, the money, the women. That's a tired, played, old, and a lot of times wholly inaccurate portrayal of us and of fighters. They're showing a more positive side, family men, family-oriented, God-fearing, just positive, well-spoken dudes. You know what I'm saying? Jacobs is that way. Ward is that way. There's traces of that in Earl Spence Jr. also. You know, he's against the grain. If you noticed, last weekend with all the Twitter beefing and stuff, even though Spence is cool with all parties involved, he kind of kept his distance. He was like, hey, these are grown men. I'm cool with all of them. I'm going to let grown men do what they do. Spence wasn't about to play himself or say something and align himself either way so anything could be misconstrued. And I like that positivity. Big Baby, hard work, dedication, and cheeseburgers. Funny dude, always got a nice one-liner for you during interviews. Big old dude, got that jiggly body, but yet he's athletic. You know, he's got hand speed, good footwork. Kind of reminds me, going back a little bit, kind of reminds me of the Greg Pages, your Tony Tubbses. These guys obviously grew up watching Ali, even though they were a lot heavier and in way worse physical shape than Ali. Yet they'd be on their toes, flicking jabs and whatnot. Very light on their feet for big men. I see traces of that in Big Baby. We'll have more on that card. We'll have more on that card in the next podcast for sure. They should be having the weigh-ins before long. We'll announce weights, give you official predictions on that card. We're going to be quick again, in and out, in ya, out ya. People kicking Canelo while he's down. Everybody picking on the freckle-faced redhead dude. So, speaking of Jacobs, he says he's glad Canelo got caught and his legacy is tarnished. Then you have Vanes Martirosyan saying he doesn't believe Canelo's excuse about the contaminated meat. That's how it is, man. When you mess up, when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar, then everybody's going to kick you while you're down. And really, Canelo has only himself to blame in this scenario. One thing I've learned in my time on earth is you can't bullshit a bullshitter. You can smell it from a mile away. On that note, Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, he is BSing the public. He says that his fight with Martirosyan will be a war with pure Mexican style. Mexican style, of course, is the theme created by his trainer, Abel Sanchez. And yeah, Golovkin definitely fights in that mold. Abel kind of broke down some of the robotic European amateur ways that Golovkin came to him with without changing them too much, but he did add a Mexican style, a little more aggressive, come get you, seek and destroy style, which fits him perfectly. That's why Triple G is appreciated as such, and deservingly so. But let's not oversell Martirosyan, man. He is a replacement opponent. He hadn't fought in a couple years. He's lost 3 of his last 6 fights. And he's moving up in weight to fight you. So let's stop trying to portray him as the boogeyman. It's not your fault you had to settle for a replacement opponent, Triple G. But this ain't King Kong you're fighting. It's Vanes Martirosyan. He takes it further, though. Triple G then said Martirosyan was the best fighter on the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Now, in his defense, Triple G was also in the same Olympics. He won a silver medal. But he's saying Martirosyan was the best fighter on the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Not Andre Ward, who was on that team and won a gold medal. Not Andre Durrell, who was on that team and won a bronze medal. Nor Rashid Warren, but Vanes Martirosyan. Yeah, you smell that, y'all? Yeah, because I do. Don't BS. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. Especially when bullshit is your second language. Speaking of the BS theme, Eddie Hearn, he is playing himself. Now he's saying all we have is a piece of paper from a guy from Alabama, to which the guy from Alabama, Deontay Wilder, his advisor, Shelly Finkel, who's advised some of everybody, a who's who of fighters throughout his career, drafted and sent a letter to Hearn restating the seriousness of the offer. Hearn is kind of in panic mode now, insinuating he was only given 24 hours to accept it. Now he's deflecting, saying he has a major announcement in 2 weeks that will shake up boxing. Pretty sure that announcement, assuming Big Baby Miller defeats Johan Duhaupas, I'm sure that announcement will be that Joshua is making his American debut in August at Barclays or MSG against Big Baby. That's going to be the announcement. Don't use this, I got a big announcement, to try to deflect attention away from the fact that Shelly Finkel and Al Heyman, they are making you look bad in this Wilder-Joshua negotiation, Mr. Hearn. You can't BS the public. You can't bullshit bullshitters. So please don't try. All of this is just making me have a better appreciation for Al Heyman, because there's no bullshit factor with him whatsoever. There's no interviews with Al. There's no FaceTime, no hyperbole, no lies, no cock blocking of meaningful fights. In fact, he doesn't put pressure on his guys at all. Guys can be as ambitious or as shy and resistant from big fights as they want to be. They get no pressure from Al Heyman in that way. And I, for one, especially given the last couple of days and what we've heard from these promoters, Arum, Eddie Hearn, just all the BS, man, I appreciate Al Heyman's approach. Anyway, that's a quick hit edition. Again, we'll have more on the weights when they come in, and any other latest updates, plus my prediction on the upcoming HBO card this weekend. Hey, comments, remarks, hit me up. Let me know what you think, good, bad, or otherwise. Please hit the bell icon for notifications. This is Pugilism Company, the one and only home of the three-piece combo. Check out that article we just dropped yesterday on the Straight Outta Brooklyn card. This is Reed, BBS, Blackbird Sugar. Till next time.